out of her.
All right, here she is, and we don't use the term superstar very often around here, but for this lady, it really does apply. An Academy Award-winning actress, a terrific entertainer, great singer, and quite a businesswoman as well. And
Sure
incidentally, keeps herself in terrific shape, as we all know. And here's her latest videotape. This is called Cher Fitness. Has her own routine right here.
Body confidence, that's what I want.
Yeah. Here she is, the one, the only, Cher. Cher, how you doing?
Sorry about it. So nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Yes, Cher. That is the official salute.
That's the official Cher fan club.
Those guys don't hoot for just anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet they do. Does anybody?
Looking at them, they probably do, yeah. Anyway, welcome.
I met you guys last night at the China Club, I'm sure of it.
We heard you were partying a little bit last
Oh, we
night.
had a great time. I got to sleep at 4:30.
Cher.
That's not...
Reach.
You don't do that much, right?
No.
You can't with the schedule you keep.
I actually used to do it a lot. I've always loved to dance and stuff like that, but lately I've started to do it a little bit more. Yeah.
Well, this is part of your routine, the dancing. You
Yeah.
know, look great. Anyway, Cher, doesn't Cher look nice?
Cher looks like Cher, and only Cher looks like
Reach, how long have we known each other?
Let me tell you how long.
Joey Bishop, how long?
You, babe. That's how long.
Joey Bishop,
Yeah.
Joey Bishop.
In the 60s. You and Sonny, of course, did the show, the Joey Bishop show. We had a lot of fun, and gosh, it's been 25 years.
Yep.
We haven't changed at all, have we? Do I look the same to you, Cher?
I think he's cuter now.
Actually, you know,
He's a lot
you have a
cuter.
little bit more confidence in
You have body confidence.
well, I don't know about body confidence, but he has confidence.
Just a minute. You know what I'm saying? One fit person usually sees another fit person, and there's that mutual respect.
I see in you a fit person in waiting. You know what I mean?
Oh, waiting. About to emerge, but not yet there.
Oh, but not yet there. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, well, you're right. I just really started my fitness routine. There's
He had a
difference.
little heart problem recently.
Yes, I heard.
You're tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about it.
Enough already. Start living and get on with it.
That's it. That's right.
You're here?
I'm here, so
Do
enjoy it. Yes. Has that always been your motto?
Well,
Kind of, huh?
kind of, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you're here, do it.
And when you work hard.
Yeah.
And you have worked hard, too, Cher.
I have for 30 years.
Any regrets at this point? Or are you just one of those types of people that doesn't have time for regrets? You just keep plugging away.
You know, I have regrets, but it doesn't make sense to really dwell on them too much. You know, I mean, there are things that I would have done differently, but I think that the things that you do wrong, it's like I like to keep my mistakes close to me. I think that they're as important as my success is actually more important.
You learn more from them.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, you never say, when you're deliriously happy and everything's going wonderfully for you, you never say, oh, why is this happening, you know, or what do I need to know about myself, how can I do better?
Yeah, you're just enjoying it.
Yeah,
You're not
you're just crazy
self-examining.
about it, you know, so I think that, and also, the older I get, I think the more I learn how much I don't know. I went through like a time in my life where I thought I knew a lot.
And now you're going through that with
And
your kids,
now,
probably.
oh yeah, I mean, my son knows everything.
But then the older you get, the more you realize how much you don't know.
No, yeah, I mean, like, I went through this time, like, in my 30s, I thought, really, you know, I'm getting my stuff together. I really know a lot. And in my early 40s, I thought, I know a lot. And around 44, 45, I thought, I don't know anything, you know? And now I know less than I knew then.
But you know...
But that's wisdom.
Yeah.
But Cher, I admire you, not only for your artistic abilities, but also you've got a great business head, too.
Yeah, I do. I do.
I want to tell you something. I watch you do that hair commercial, and we keep hearing, oh, millions and millions of dollars. People are buying those. You know, it's a great commercial.
It's also great. It's also a great product.
And do you own that product, or is this a friend of yours?
Can I tell you? Oh, this is so silly. This is like, you know, falling into money. This is how I did it. My friend Lori Davis, who I've been a guinea pig for her for years, and I'm so glad now that I don't have to try this stuff before it's, you know, done. she said, I bought this company called Jeunesse, and I was going to make an infomercial for these people. Because I used this stuff once, and I bought the company, like the guy who does the shaving. Right?
And they're talking about you now.
Yeah, so Lori says to me, Cher, you know the people you're talking with? They're going to do my infomercial. They're going to do an infomercial with me. They love the product, so and so and so. Will you do it with me? And, you know, it was one of those, you know how you are. Oh, sure, of course I'll do it with you.
So you did it for a friend.
So I go to Bumper, and I go, Bumper, my manager.
Bumper?
Well, his name is Billy, but when he's fat, we call him Bumper.
Oh. As in thumper. Okay.
And so I go to him, and I go, Bumper, I don't want to do this infomercial. I really want to save what I'm going to do for my own thing. I've got to tell Lori. All right, so I walk in that day, I'm getting my hair done, I go into Lori, and she meets me at the door, and she has like tears in her eyes, and she goes, you know, it really kind of makes me not choked up, but I'm going there to like dump this chick, and she says to me, Cher, I am so thrilled, with tears coming out of her eyes, I couldn't do this without you. I'm so frightened. I wouldn't be able to be myself. I would be tongue-tied. Without you, I couldn't do it.
No way
And
out.
you said, my pleasure.
And I go, I am so thrilled to be doing it with you. I go back to Billy, and I go, Billy, I can't do this. I can't tell her I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up making like $1 gajillion, so it was like one of those like things where, you know,
one of those good deeds that doesn't go unpunished.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable, except now, I mean, like every time you flick the channel, I'm on selling something, so it's a little bothersome.
Is that harmful in any way?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think if I hadn't been around for so long, it would probably be the end of a otherwise thriving career.
You really think that? Because people have
this will be
offered
the last stuff I do. I mean, you won't
the
see.
exposure's too
yeah,
much.
I'm not going to make another tape. I'm not going to do another Laurie Davis thing.
Anytime you have your own company.
Right. I have one more infomercial that I'm going to do for these people, which is for my makeup, and I'm real excited about that. And it's my company, so.
Well, good for you.
But I mean, at least like when I do the things that I do, I mean, I can't tell you, everyone comes to me. Car people and Coca-Cola and, you know, all these
I've
people.
seen the one for equal.
Yeah.
That's something you believe
But
in.
that's something I use. But you
see,
can't do all of that stuff.
I think there's, because of you've been so outspoken and been such an individual for such a long time, that now when you say something, people know
Because
that
I'll
you
tell you
mean it.
something, yeah, there's not enough money really to get me to say something that I don't. But like when I did Equal, I was able to give $500,000 to craniofacial, which is my real pet
that's
project.
terrific.
So it, you know, one hand washes the other.
Cher, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the new video and her latest projects in just a moment.
Cher at the China Club last night.
Well, I got to tell you something. That's quite an outfit. Now, this, of course, it was a little scene from Cher Fitness, Body Confidence.
Yeah.
And there are two phases to this workout. One is the hot dance, and the other one using
the bands, yeah.
the resistance
Dory,
bands. Good idea.
Dory Sanchez, who directed my last show that I actually did here in New York at over at the Paramount, she did up that whole thing. She choreographed. That was her segment in it, and it really killed me. It was really hard. That was a hard one for me.
Really? And you're in such great shape, and you work out all the time.
You know why? Because when we were shooting it, it took us all day. Well, it's hard to do that all day long, you know? I mean, I've never actually done it one time, like just to, you know, try it and go through it. I think it would still be, I mean, it's very challenging. And the bands, I see you've got the bands.
Got the bands right here.
This I was trying this morning.
Karen Andes did these, and these are really great.
This comes with the video, right?
Yeah, it does.
Little resistance here to build up the various muscle groups.
Well, you know what's really great? It's like, I think that it's two things are good for women. First of all, when women first start doing any kind of muscle training, they're not sure what kind of weights to use. And this you can use, the longer you hold it, the less resistance. And as you get better, you can do that, and you can get really good resistance. So you don't have, I brought these to New York, so I use the gray ones.
Sure, how are you going to carry those weights? This is so easy. You throw it in the bag and it's there.
I mean, you know what I think about, I mean, this is not the best tape you're ever going to buy. I mean, there's millions, you know, there's millions of these tapes. It's a good tape, you know, it's solid. I think that if you buy these kind of tapes, you need to have more than one, because the thing that kills you is that you get bored to death.
Absolutely.
And so I think if you can get yourself like 3 or 4 tapes that you really like, so that you're not doing the same thing every day, and also, you know, when your muscles when you use your muscle in the same way every day, your muscles are really smart, and you no longer get anything
Exactly.
So
from
you use
them.
different muscle
So
groups
you have to
every day.
use, it's like you trick them. You use the same muscle groups, but you do them in a little bit different way. Like everyone's tape is a little bit different. So someone will like stress quad work and someone will stress glute. Well, it's the same leg, you know, but you're teasing the muscle. You're kind of tricking it.
What would you say are the best parts of your body?
It's between my ears. That's the best part of my body.
Now,
And also, you know what? I haven't worked out for 3 months.
Is
I
that
have
right?
really puked off. Christmas came, and I just kind of thought,
Puked off?
Yeah,
That's all right. She's allowed.
You know, I can say that.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I don't feel like doing it right now.
That's right.
So I just started. Last week was my first week back
Was it hard to
into
come
it.
back?
It's like your mind says, well, you know, you should start where you left off, but you know, you start from your starting place, and it's kind of fun. I don't like to be so regimented that I have a tendency to get like that.
That it controls you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I also think it's really good because it keeps me at a place where I know what's happening with women. I don't forget, you know, like I don't forget where the majority of people who haven't been doing this for, I started really heavily into it 15 years ago, or actually about to be 17 years
Is that
ago,
right?
when I was 30.
The first workout is always the tough one, but after that,
And people
you know,
overdo. They tend to
go back
overdo the
into it.
first time, and then they start hurting us, and
You
they
know
go
what,
back.
I keep a little log, and like the other day I wrote, I'm really proud of myself. I'd worked out for 4 days in a row. I feel really good, and I have a tendency to get depressed. You know, like in my lifetime and in my family history, depression is very, very prevalent, and exercising is so good.
It's such an upper when you walk out of there, isn't it?
Well, it's biochemical because you're shooting all that stuff into your
The
blood, all the
endorphins are going,
endorphins.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look now. We're going to leave the mics open because I want to find out how you arrived at the outfit you're wearing. Roll it.
I can explain that easily.
Okay, I want to hear this and I want to see this. And there's Cher.
That outfit is, I had that outfit made right after I had my son. Actually, if you saw a lot of videos, that outfit is in it.
Yeah.
And when I had Elijah, I did this thing right afterwards, and I got into it. Of course, I was 30 then. And then when I did my first video, Turn Back Time, I just pulled it out of the closet, and I thought, well, if it fits, I'm wearing it, and it did.
Boy, it sure did.
Yeah.
I'll say it couldn't fit any better than that.
I got a lot of flack from exercise enthusiasts, people who, you know, exercise critics,
Who think
saying,
you're exposing
how
and
dare I
showing off."
exercise in lingerie? But you know,
What's their problem with that?
what I think is that it's more interesting for the woman at home. It's like a little bit of a show. It's a little bit of you know, it's a little bit of fun. And also, you know, what am I going to do? Listen to critics now?
But how
all the
fascinating. You
time?
see, I thought you see, here's what I thought. I thought you went out and personally had that thing made to fit you to blah, blah. It's 17 years old.
But Bob Mackey made it.
Oh, he did, 17 years ago.
ago.
Well, it holds
Yeah.
up real well. More with
so
Cher
does Cher.
in a second. We'll show you the second half of this.
Thursday on Live, actor Mel Gibson.
All right, we're talking with Cher about her Cher Fitness videotape, and two parts to it. You saw the dance part, of
Wait a minute,
course.
I want to say something too. The girl on your show mentioned everybody from that stupid awards thing but my friends that won Best Accessories.
Oh, best accessories.
Oh, this was a couple weeks ago when we had
Hearts,
Fashion Designers
So
Award.
I just wanted to.
Sure, Chrome Hearts.
I just wanted to give you some flack about that.
Okay, all right.
Because those
Must
guys
have
were
ended up on the editing
well,
floor.
no, they're not as well known, but they did win a gigantic award.
for them.
And they were very, you know.
And you're loyal to your friends. You came in to root them on.
Well, yeah, I came in to present the award to them.
Oh, that's terrific. See, Cher's got loyalty.
Well, I have friends like I have friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it hard for you to get a new friend? It's because of the trust factor?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's very difficult because unless you trust someone and they're around you, I mean, you must know this, all of a sudden you'll pick up a tabloid and it'll be some friend and you'll go, how the hell did they find out that someone I know must have told them?
Yeah.
So,
Awful feeling.
yeah, it's like, I've made one really, really close friend in the last 10 years, Michelle Pfeiffer, but Michelle Pfeiffer will take every secret that she ever knew about you to her grave.
Yeah.
And I have my sister and Paulette, and I mean, there are people that I've just been friends with forever.
Cher, is it tough for you to get around, to travel? I mean, you're so recognizable. Everybody wants to talk to you, to get at you. How do you accomplish that? Is it you must travel with sort of an entourage, with some people?
I kind of, you know, I don't go, I mean, you have two choices. You either stay home or you go out kind of insulated. And so when I go out with, like, Billy, my manager, who's also, like, you know, one of my best friends. Bumper. and Polly, you know, and my sister, and my sister's husband was my bodyguard.
Oh, no.
So,
It's a family affair.
So it's kind of a, you know, it's kind of a family deal.
Yeah, well...
What haven't you done yet in your life that still kind of haunts you, that you're not going to be really content until you've done it?
Ooh, there's a couple of things, and both of them are like totally opposite. One is, I want to direct a movie. That's something that I'm trying to do this year, and I'm really, that's a big passion. And the second one is, I want to start a children's home. And I want to take in a lot of special interest children. I want to have a multiracial grouping of children. I want to have children that are going to, I want to have children with special needs and special problems, and that's something that I want to do before I die. That's something that will take up a big part of my later life.
All growing up together.
And like my mother said, she said, aren't you ever going to settle down? And I figure that when I'm, like, she has said it in all of my decades, and I feel like 50, 60, I'll settle down and do that. Well, no, 50's coming soon. 60, 70.
She's never settled down.
No, my mother's never settled down either.
settled down.
She wants me to settle down and marry a rich man.
You're rich yourself.
Yes,
You
I
don't
know,
need a
but my
rich man.
mother's comes from that time of, you know, Cher, you should marry a rich man and he could take care of you. You know, so.
She's from another planet.
She's from another generation,
Sure,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, Cher, I was complimenting you on your business ability, but your choice of movies really been terrific over the years. And it seems to me like when you came back to New York and you did the Broadway show, that kind of started a whole new acting phase.
It was,
for
you know,
didn't
it was, yeah.
Good
New
for
York
you.
is very lucky for me.
Yep, and here it is, come back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean. And then, of course, I mean, just...
And I got Silkwood from that play. They couldn't find
Did you
my
really?
character, and they came in on a Wednesday matinee, and they were just writing the character out of Silkwood. And they came in and saw me, and I got the play.
New York's been lucky for me, too.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have to come back
Yeah.
to New York to find yourself all over again. But look at the movies. These are special movies that you'll always remember. Now, there was a terrific scene right there.
And
Mask.
that's where your tenderness towards
right.
the
That's
facial
how
cranium.
that's how I found craniofacial.
Variety Club does an awful lot of work with craniofacial kids.
All right, what else we have?
Moonstruck.
Oh, Moonstruck, of course, and there's Vincent Gardenia, who we just lost. That was the Academy Award.
Yes.
Major thrill in the life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just totally, it's unbelievable.
Remember Danny Aiello came on the show and he was telling us
Yeah.
about filming it, as he was filming it, and you and he were in, what was it, the Brooklyn Tunnel?
Tunnel.
One of
And
the
I almost
tunnels?
killed him.
Yes,
so
that's
he
right.
But I didn't really almost kill him. He's such a wimp sometimes. He's such a baby.
Well, tell me.
And that was on TV. I saw it tonight.
The other night
It was a
against,
much better movie than I thought.
on TV.
Well, yeah.
You know, you appreciate it the second time you see it, right?
Yeah.
Is that when you and Michelle began your great friendship?
Yes.
Was that 10 years ago?
Well, no, it wasn't 10 years ago.
No.
I
Oh,
said in the
within
last 10 years.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't remember when it was. It was a little while
But
ago
that's
now.
some cast when you think about it, right? Susan
Yeah,
Sarandon,
and
you,
Johnny,
Michelle, and
Jack.
And Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack. How did Jack?
Little Johnny.
Yeah. Is that what you
Is
call
that
him?
what
Little
Yeah,
Johnny?
little Johnny.
I wonder why she calls him
I don't
Little
want to
Johnny.
know why.
No, because I think that's what his mom and that's what his family called him when he was young.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know?
Little Johnny?
Yeah, little Johnny used to sit. His mom owned a hairdressing place in her house, and he said he just loved women from that time on.
Uh-huh.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Would you consider him to be a sexy guy?
It's really difficult for me because he's the coolest man I know, as far as loving women, and he was so great to us. The women had a really hard time on that, and there's something sexy about him, just his personality.
Yeah, I
you
would
know?
think so.
Who is the male sex symbol to you? And Regis, just calm down. I mean, you have fantasies too, right? Like everybody
Sure,
else.
you're a human being. Go ahead. Don't be afraid.
Right? You know, I actually think your wife is cooler than you. I saw you guys on TV, and I thought, God, Regis's wife is very cool.
She really is.
She's all right.
You're I think you're lucky to have her.
I am lucky. I'm a lucky guy. I'm glad to hear you say that.
You've got two women that are very cool.
I've got two of the coolest women around.
Yeah.
One's
And
a
we
little
remind him
hot.
of that all the time.
You need them to bail you out a lot.
But really, Cher, give us one guy. I mean,
Like some guy that I really think is great.
Yeah.
There's a guy, the guy on Northern Exposure.
the doctor.
Oh, no, the DJ.
The DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like him.
Does he know you feel this way about him?
Well, no, but I mean, you said someone that you just think is really cool. There are other people. Daniel Day-Lewis, I think, is so
and Last of
unbelievable.
Mohicans, I just saw that.
Who else? Is there anybody else? There's not very many. Not very many. That
Sorry about that.
but the ones that are there are really there.
And so are you, kiddo. Now, look, let's conclude this by taking a look at the second half of our videotape. This is where we work with the exercise bands.
You're always working, aren't you? This is kind of boring for me, and you want to talk about it. Okay.
You're nice enough to come here, and so we're going to show the second half of this tape right here. And we'll take a look at it
This
right
has
now.
powder on it, so that's what's getting all
Yeah, but this
over
is
you.
the tape they'll be working with.
Yeah, and it's interesting. This does have powder on it, so if you have these, don't think they're dirty. They're just supposed to keep your hands from sliding off.
She's doing some deep knee bends with those right now, but that's for the... So it's for every part of your body then, right? Not just for the upper body.
Yeah, you can do anything with this.
Love that tattoo, Cher. Turns me on.
Which one?
The long one. What is it, a charm bracelet?
This one, yeah.
Cher, your body's really changed over the years, so has it? You're much more muscular now than you were when you originally did the Sonny and Cher show.
I was really skinny when I did the Sonny and Cher
And you didn't
show.
work at that then, did you?
No.
That was your natural physiology.
Yeah, it was hard for me to eat. You know, it's like when you're doing an hour, when you're dancing constantly and stuff like that, it's just, we work pretty much from morning until night.
Yeah.
Well, Cher, we want to thank you so much for coming by.
I'm glad you're exercising and you're not eating fat, and you can't have that
That's right.
cheese on the pizza.
That's right. No more pizza. Thanks, sweetheart. Thanks so much.
Good
Good
to
luck
see
to you,
you.
okay?
So great to meet you.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Cher, everybody, and we'll be right back in a moment.
Now, his co-star in Witches of Eastwick, Cher.
Well, little Johnny, I've known you for all of what I laughingly call my adult years. And when I had the chance to be in Witches, I wanted to do it, but for all the time I'd known you before, I was always so terrified of you and really frightened and intimidated. But I thought, I'm going to take this movie because I'm going to learn so much from him. And when they asked me to be here tonight, I thought, oh God, I have to talk, and you know how I feel about that. I'm so terrified. And the moment I thought about how terrified I was, I remembered a day on the set. Michelle and Sue weren't there, and Johnny and I had this scene to shoot. And I was in my trailer, and all of a sudden I was just so terrified, and I ran to his trailer. I knocked on the door, and I said, Johnny, I have to talk to you. And you said, sweetheart, I'm going to the bathroom. And I went, no, Johnny, I have to talk to you now. And you went, okay, Cher, I'm right there for you. And I walked in, and I said, Johnny, I don't know what's the matter, but something's really the matter, and I don't think I can do this scene, and I'm freaking out. And he went, sweetheart, we call that floating anxiety. And he said, if we have to sit here all day, if we don't shoot all day, I'll take care of you and you'll be fine. And the moment he said that, I felt like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be great. Johnny's going to take care of everything. And we walked out on the set, and it was really great. And the one thing, everyone here knows what a brilliant actor he is. He's also one of the most dear, sweetest men I've ever known. And I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cher.
Thank you.
you. I'm here tonight to celebrate a woman that I admire, an artist that I respect, and a humanitarian that constantly amazes me. 13 years ago, when the word AIDS was barely whispered, and before our government leaders dared to address the problem, Elizabeth Taylor got mad. And through her outrage and concern, she gave a desperately needed public voice to this dreaded disease. As Elizabeth spoke out, life, in all of its irony, galvanized her message. For it was at this time that Elizabeth learned that her beloved friend, Rock Hudson, was dying of the terrible killer AIDS.
It lit up the Cannes Film Festival last night as the stars turned out for Elizabeth Taylor's party. E.T.'s Julie Moran was there too.
It is the biggest party of the year on the French Riviera, and E.T. is your party host. From Elton John to Woody Harrelson, Hollywood came to the south of France to party. The benefit bash raised money for AMFAR, the charity for AIDS research. The cause brought Cher, who hadn't been to Cannes since her film Mask was shown here 11 years ago. You've been through all this madness before with Mask. Is it as sweet this second time around being here?
Well, it's a different thing. It's not. I just have, you know, I came for AMFAR. It's not from my movie, but I'm actually enjoying it a lot. It's more fun when you win and when you actually have a movie in it. But this is, I mean, I'm having a good time.
Why does AMFAR exist?
The gala event was hosted by Elizabeth Taylor and raised about $700,000. Today, Cher continued her Cannes visit with a screening, and when asked to remove her sunglasses, she responded as only she can. I'm on the motor yacht Nadine, where Cher has been staying during her visit. There was a large welcoming committee for her on the dock, but only E.T. was on board. Welcome home. Gosh, what a beautiful boat. Cher's birthday is next week, and as the boat left the dock, she showed off a surprise present. What a life on the French Riviera. Cher and friends are off to Saint-Tropez for a little evening cruise. We'll go back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jules. Bill Paxton is the big screen.
Share of good times, but lately she's had more than her share of trouble, from relationships to movie roles. Cher's facing the future at the top of the ET net. An amazingly open Cher tells Entertainment Weekly about the downside of her life and that she got tired of being Cher. She says a big reason were those infomercials she did.
She became horrified that she'd even done them and said to me they were just devastating to my career.
But she tells her fans not to worry, that she's contemplating new movie offers right now.
She said to me, and I'm quoting, I think directly here, it's like John Travolta. When I come back in a big way.
Well, in the early 90s, it appeared as if Cher had disappeared, but now she tells E.T.'s Mark Steiner she's back and she's going to be better than ever.
This is a very sad album. If you listen to the songs, they're very kind of melancholy and moody.
Love has lost its mystery.
Does that reflect what was going on in your personal life at all?
Absolutely.
Cher's new album draws from what she calls the worst period of her life, a time in which she says she suffered from chronic fatigue syndrome.
I was just sick constantly, and I couldn't get up out of bed. I would say for 2 years, I didn't get up that much. I didn't go anywhere very much. And then I got pneumonia from it, and then I was really sick, and I thought I was dying. You know, I'm a Taurus. I could really bull my way through anything, but when I had this sickness, I couldn't bull my way through, you know, a wet Kleenex.
It was also a time when Cher learned her daughter Chastity was gay. The free-spirited mom was stunned by her own reaction.
It was really hard for me. It was just devastating because as a parent, you feel like you've done something wrong, something to cause it. It's so easy to be liberal about everything, and you don't know what you believe until you're faced with it. And then I know how I feel about it now. You know, I don't care. I don't give a
On the cover of the current Entertainment Weekly, Cher sports red hair and blue eyes. Those changes are just temporary. She admits to plastic surgery on her breasts and nose, but wishes everyone would just stop wondering about the rest.
When I used to bust my ass and work out all the time, everyone said that I did it, you know, with implants and butt tucks and all that kind of stuff. And if I want to have my breasts put on my back, they're mine. You know, it's like, if I want to do something to myself, I will. It's kind of that simple.
For Cher it is. She likens her comeback to that of another 70s star, John Travolta. She also has a long list of work lined up, a movie deal she may soon be making, her merchandise mail order catalog, and, of course, that new album. It is called It's a Man's World. It'll be in stores June 25th. Bob and Julie?
Thanks a lot,
Okay, Mark, thanks.
Turn back time, she'd probably do it all the same. The moonstruck mother of two looks like a million, and tonight we share her secrets to success.
Built, buff body of steel, these hard copy photos of Cher's ultra upper torso are sure to knock you out. From the looks of it, this not-so-delicate diva has been lifting more than shopping bags.
She is absolutely lifting weights. In fact, she's on a rigorous workout program.
To stargazers everywhere, this feminine physique has always been a heavenly body. But Cher's now a fabulous 50 and clearly at fighting weight. And while the scintillating songstress is no muscle machine, even hardcore weight trainers like Gary Stark say Cher has been blessed by nature.
She's a beautiful woman at any age. She has beautiful long legs. She has a tiny little waist. She has nice wide shoulders. She has a very attractive body.
Simply put, Cher has good genes, but she's taken it on the chin by critics who say this timeless talent is a product of too much plastic. Cher insists only her breasts, nose, and teeth have been the product of science.
As far as her plastic surgery, it's only helped her. I don't think Cher regrets anything about her body except for her tattoos.
In fact, Cher is determined to erase those trademark tattoos as long as the process is pain-free. Okay, so let's get to the bottom of this workout program. Perhaps Cher is carrying the weight of loneliness on her shoulders.
She's working out not only for her, but I definitely think that Cher's on the prowl.
Ever since the Bagel Boy left a hole in her heart, love has been elusive for Cher, but it's not like a mate is on the top of her wish list. In fact, when Cher was asked what she desired for her 50th birthday, it was hardly a knight in shining armor.
I want a medieval castle in France. That's what I'd like. Bye-bye.
I think Cher's always been okay being alone. I don't think Cher likes being alone.
Cher turns a tight cheek to critics, speculators, and other nosy nudges. When it comes to her long and successful life, Cher simply says it best.
The last thing I'm ever going to be accused of is kissing it.
Well, Cher's not the only one looking.
Star who doesn't keep too many secrets. She has talked openly about the men in her life and her fight for respect in Hollywood. Now, after a long period of soul-searching, she is back with a new album, but the same rebel attitude. E.T.'s Mark Steinis has the story.
For Cher, these are very busy days. No wonder. She's out there plugging her first new album in 5 years. An album this free-spirited and independent woman is calling It's a Man's World.
It's a man's world?
Yeah.
Isn't that on the wrong side of the political correctness line?
It's just,
Just,
you know, it's just the title of the album.
that's all?
Yes. It just seemed interesting. I mean, I know it's a man's world. I just never pay attention to that.
It's too much for me to tell.
This trendsetter has been recording for over 3 decades now, but on the first single, One by One, she's singing with a brand new voice.
Why kind of the different sound?
Why not? It's like, you know, I've been doing this for 33 years, so it's kind of fun to do something that people go, who's that?
When I was walking in Memphis, I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a field.
People may also be asking, who is that? When they see this video for Walking in Memphis, another song on the album.
It was so cool because I played me and Elvis. It's a very cool song.
And while the now 50-year-old Cher may have taken a long break from recording, this new CD has her ready to try again.
Truth is, I love my work, you know. I love performing. It's something that I know performers would do if they didn't get paid.
Put on my blue suede shoes.
Cher and I also talked about the Hollywood